What's up, everyone? My name is Uriah, and let's get into it. I need to ask a question. Did you watch the video prior to this? I mean, because if you haven't, it's fine, but I do want you to watch it. I'm going to drop that link in the description. So after this video, make sure you check it out. It's the video that I posted about my YouTube journey thus far. And at the end of that video, I encourage others to come to this video. So yeah, if you haven't, it's fine. Watch this video first. But at the end, go ahead and hop over to that other video. Let's roll it. All right, so before we get started with today's video, I have a request for you. First, I need you to like this video for the YouTube algorithm. 2, I need you to share, and share. 3, if you have not already, subscribe. If you have subscribed and you have not turned on the bell, turn on the bell. If you are a new subscriber, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. As you can tell from the title of this video, it is basically wanting to know, how bad do you want it? In my previous video that you can find here, you will find out how I was unmotivated to continue YouTube. And this is oftentimes how some of us get. And it doesn't have to be about YouTube. It can be about a book that we want to write, me. It can be about school. It can be about wanting a promotion and you have to do extra things. It could be about your marriage. Like, how bad do you want to save your marriage? But for me, it was really like, how bad do you want to keep going? Are you willing to put in all of this? Like, you've put in so much, you sacrificed so much, and you're just going to throw it away now? Like, no. So you have to want it if you've done all these things, right? Okay. So as I said in the previous video, I got unmotivated, right? And I had to really ask myself. I was like, myself was like, yeah, what's up, Yari? By the way, that's my other name. That's my, alter ego. And I was like, are you really about to give up? And I was like, I mean, I want to. And then I was like, but how bad do you want it? Like, you claim that this is your passion, that you've always dreamed about this. How bad do you want it? And I was like, so you just gonna come for me like that? Okay. And so, yeah, I talked to myself. I need help. There's a help that I need that can't be found. Shut up! I want to ask you, like, how bad do you want it? It may seem that you have come to a point in life where the project that you're currently working on, or the business that you're currently planning, you just get burned out, or you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm not seeing the results that I want to see. It's not moving at a pace that I wanted it to move. And it just automatically discourages you. It automatically puts you in a place of, let's just get rid of it. Let's not think of it again. Let's move forward. But no, like, how bad do you really want it? If you want something bad enough, you will ride it out. Everything isn't going to come easy. Everything doesn't come overnight, as I learned with YouTube. You have to put in work. You have to put in effort. You have to sacrifice some things. You have to go on some hills, some slippery slopes, roller coasters, whatever you want to call them. You have to go through some things. You're going to come into moments where it just seems like it's not moving and you don't want to do anything about it. You don't want to do anything at all. Like, you just want to stop. I've been there. I have a book that I'm supposed to be putting out, and I'm just like, what is it? Why haven't I finished? Or why haven't I at least wrapped up to the point to where I can do this, And I refound the motivation, but then I lost it again. And then it's like school started, and then I kind of put it back on the back burner. And I had to really, truly, honestly ask myself, like, Uriah, how bad do you want it? Like, you've been writing this book for years now. And what is it? What's stopping you? A lot of what is stopping me, or what was stopping me, was I was like, are people going to like it? And I had to tell myself, who cares? You did something they didn't. Not many people can write a book, even though there's 1,000 but millions of books out there. But not everyone can write a book. And your book might not appeal to them, but it will appeal to someone else. So back to you. We're talking about how you just want to give up, and that's not good. That we can't do that. You're gonna have those moments, and that's absolutely fine. I've experienced those moments more than once on more projects on multiple occasions. And I'm just like, you know what? I cannot allow the lack of result to push me back from achieving where I'm trying to get to. Because the focus needs to be, I want it because it's something that I'm passionate about. I want to give something to people because that's what I'm passionate about. I hope this is making sense because it's making sense in my head. But yeah, you can't give up because it's not looking the way you want it to look. Sometimes you have to go through a moment of nothingness to build you up to get to where you need to be. And for me, that translates into God will put you in a place of nothingness, a place of you're just like, why am I still at this job? What's going on? Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it here. I want to quit, yada, yada, yada. But in that moment, he's preparing you for what he has in store for you. And when we think about that, and when we realize that everything doesn't come at night, and when we realize that it actually is going to take some time and some work and some effort, we will begin to get out of this moment and stop looking at the results. And we'll actually start applying the energy where it needs to go. And instead, we are applying the energy towards negativity of I want to quit, when we really need to be turning that energy around and focusing it on how can I fix this issue? How can I make this business work? How can I finish this book? How can I learn this so that way I can apply it to this so that way that this can grow? You can't give up because there's no result. Sometimes there will never be a result. This is all a moment for you to learn. Once you've learned what needs to be learned, then the doors will open, and what you've learned in that moment of nothingness, you will be able to apply in that moment of something. No, I can't say somethingness. So for me, I really wanted to give up on YouTube. I really wanted to just be done with it. I was like, I don't see the results. I don't see anything coming from it. But I had to remind myself that Rome wasn't built in a day. It's not going to happen. And again, I was comparing myself to other YouTubers and I was just like, well, they got it. What is it? And it was more like, okay, but what did they have to do to get to that point? I don't have to have all of this. I don't have to have all of these, these two big lights or, the setup that I have. But I knew that I wanted to put on a certain image. And I was doing videos perfectly fine in my room. But me purchasing these items and me setting up the way that I set up and me wanting to have a different approach to it is pushing me. And it's a constant reminder that you've put in so much. You've sacrificed money, time. I probably ran off a couple of friends, but they still love me because I talk so much about it because I'm excited about it. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Because throwing in the towel is not an option. Giving up is not an option. You started it, you need to see it through. You need to finish it, especially if it's something that you're passionate about. I know it sucks. It's but it's not looking the way I want it to look, or I plan to have reached this many views or followers by this date, or I plan to have this much money made by this date. It's not going to happen. This is one, trying to see how passionate you are about it. That's the first thing. And then two, what are you going to do to get the results that you want? I could set up this camera, this phone, and these lights all day. But if I keep making the same videos talking about nothing or whatever the case is, or if I'm just whatever, if it's not my niche or whatever, I'm not going to get anywhere. If I don't sit up and research the YouTube algorithm, by the way, like this video for the YouTube algorithm. If I don't, take the time to put into my craft, it's not going to grow. And sometimes we just set up and we just expect it to do for itself. You can't do that. Okay? So before you throw in the towel, before you give up, I want you to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Like, you've already made this sacrifice. You've already put in so much time, so much effort. Are you really just going to throw that away? Are you really just going to say, nah, I don't want to do that anymore? Like, no, you're not. You need to see it through. There are so many people out here who have project on project on project on project, and they put money into every single last one, but there still is nothing to show for it. You can talk about what you want all day, but if you don't apply some energy and some pressure behind it, you're not going to get there. How bad do you want it? This video is for me, as well as the person who has 15 projects that just did not come through because you have given up. This is your video to tell you to get back on the saddle and do it. How bad do you want it? You could talk about your success and where you want to be all day long, but if you don't put some pressure behind it, people say apply pressure. Well, apply pressure to your dreams. Apply pressure to your goals. Apply pressure to being successful. If you want it bad enough, you'll do what you have to do. You can look at somebody else and you're like, well, they got the same business as me, or they had the same idea as me, but they're thriving and I'm not. Why are you looking at it like that? Learn from that. One, they didn't give up, yet you're giving up. And you think they got it all together, but you really don't know. Again, it goes back to focusing on yourself and staying in your keeping your blinders on, because oftentimes we try to look over here or look over here, but we really need to be focused here. So, how bad do you want it? Video was a little rambled today, but I think you got the idea. So, don't forget to like this video for the YouTube algorithm, share, and share. And if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the bell. That way you can be notified for upcoming videos. Down in the comments, though, let me know, is this something that you struggle with? Are you currently working on a project that you want to throw in a towel on? Don't tell me the project because that's your project, but is this video helpful to you? Let me know. I really want to know. I love feedback. I love all types of constructional criticism. Jeez Louise. But yeah, so like this video for the YouTube algorithm, share, and subscribe if you have not already. I'll catch y'all on the next video.